Hi, my name is Eli Kern, and ever since I was a kid, I've loved sports, particularly soccer. Now, to be a great soccer player, there are many attributes that all need to be perfected, just like being a great storyteller. These kids are out here spending their weekend morning with some of the very best football players in the world. Clearly, I could use some work too. Now, I know it's tough for us California natives, but during these winter months, it's even more crucial that we get out and move around. Now, you might not love it in the moment, and I can relate, but there are many benefits. Over 20 years after Pecco Sr. called this field home, his son is creating his own legacy. According to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, in 2022, over 2 million women were diagnosed. By the time I finish this sentence, another woman will get the life-changing news. The 2023 writer's strike lasted 144 days, and the dual strike has cost Hollywood an estimated $6 billion. One Santa Clarita resident that's normally working amongst the glitz and glamour has been hit with an ice-cold dose of reality.
It is a struggle. My kids grew up here. We come to the park here for many years, being a resident of Santa Clarita. Now with the rise of cost of gas and food and everything else, it makes it very, very rough.
To offset the rising cost of living,
Just a plain chocolate dip.
I guess.
Okay.
David opened up an ice cream stand at the Old Town Newhall Farmers Market.
We're all just trying to make a living to survive. This is where I'm at.
With stories like David's being shared throughout the industry, it has left some to question if the strike was even worth it.
Now remember, writers are independent contractors for the most part, which means that if you were building a house, or if you were putting in a swimming pool as an independent contractor, that's 4 months of no work.
And during those 4 months, television networks and streaming services might not be feeling quite as much stress as those relying on those paychecks.
The reality is, there is probably a lifetime of television that you could binge right now and never once watch anything ever new that was ever written for the rest of your life. And that's the problem that we're up against.
For those that are caught in the middle, being associated with the Hollywood elite doesn't always garner sympathy.
It's very hurtful because people just assume, oh, you guys work in Hollywood, you guys make millions. Hey, granted, we do make a decent living, but we have families to feed just like anybody else.
Thanks to David, there was at least one sweet silver lining. Reporting for Canyons News,
There you go, yeah.
I'm Eli Kern. As a soccer player, it's important to stay ready for that goal-scoring opportunity. Just like a photographer, you never know when you're gonna get that perfect shot. Is for the annual Bike to Work Week. With all the cosmetic and performance upgrades you've always dreamt. Out on the field, the best way to build rhythm as a team is by passing the ball. I build that same rhythm in my stories by having clear and concise writing. Where there will still be 2 to 3 seats available. However, those seats will be separated by district, and you'll only be able to vote for the seat that represents wherever you live. The cherry on top for any elite soccer player is understanding timing, when to take that shot or when to play that pass, just like understanding when to use that nat sound. High-flying dunks, flashy passes, and long-range shots. This isn't how you might expect the local library to sound on a Saturday morning.
Your son.
One integral element to being a good soccer player is just being able to control the ball. It brings the shooting and the passing and the dribbling all together, just like your editing brings your photography, writing, and nat sound all together.
And you gotta throw it a little faster. See if you can throw it a little faster. There you go.
This year is the first time Trenton has held the camp on his former stomping grounds.
This is where I've freaking last 4 years at heart. So it was pretty cool to be able to have it here.
Out here on the field, when all of those elements come together, moments of magic can be created. And I truly believe that a well-told story has that same impact. These are skills that don't just come overnight. Being willing to show up and put the hours in is something that I pride myself on, both here on the field and in the newsroom. I truly believe that journalism is my calling, and I hope to be doing that for your newsroom soon. Thank you for watching. Reporting from Santa Clarita, I'm Eli Kern. For years, Domata Peko Sr. gave his opponents nightmares.
Right here, Domata Peko, watch him right there. Oh my
And that NFL journey started right here at College of the Canyons. After an All-American season in 2003 with the Cougars and showing potential at Michigan State University,
with their fourth-round selection, the Bengals select defensive tackle Domata Peko.
over 20 years after Peko Sr. called this field home, his son is creating his own legacy.
I'm just trying to do everything my dad did, but just a little bit better in each way,
A big man with even bigger dreams, 6'4" Peko isn't used to looking up at people often. But when it comes to his father, he knows there are big shoes to fill.
But I don't think Junior has to worry about that in any way, shape, or form because he's carving his own path through here.
It's a path that Peko Jr. was almost destined to take.
My mom worked at a little gym out here, and then my dad and his teammates would go to the gym. They didn't really have memberships. I guess she thought my dad was cute or something, would let him and his friends in and play basketball, and then they kind of met and they both talked and mutually realized that they both were at COC, so that's how they met.
The Peko family story is a heartwarming reminder that college sports is about a lot more than what happens on game day.
This is a family. This has always been a family, and we will continue to be a family. And, I look after Domata like I do the rest of my student athletes.
With his family behind him, Peko Jr.'s team is here to help him reach his potential.
That's truly a blessing, definitely a full circle moment for both my parents, not only just my dad, but also my mom. My first home game out here, when I saw her in the stands, she was really excited, and after the game, she was very blessed that it was a full circle moment.
Reporting for Canyons News, I'm Eli Kern.